Hello everyone. In today's video, we will be talking about the chapter Nelson Mandela, A Long Walk to Freedom. Mandela was the first black president of South Africa. He fought against the system of apartheid, which discriminates people on the basis of their color or race. This passage is extracted from his biography and contains the speech he gave on the day he was sworn in as the first black president of South Africa. Now, the day was 10th May 1994, and the inauguration was held in the Union Building of Pretoria. Many foreign dignitaries had also come to show their solidarity and also to celebrate with the people of South Africa. At the beginning of his speech, he talks about making South Africa a nation where no one will ever face discrimination and oppression by another. The day was celebrated with great enthusiasm, and the military generals saluted him to show their allegiance to him. He also says that it was not so long ago that these forces were trying hard to suppress his voice. But then he talks of how two national anthems were sung to honor and respect both the black and white communities. He next goes on to pay his tribute to all the social activists and leaders of South Africa who fought against apartheid. It was because of their sacrifices that South Africa had become free. And he hopes that his land will never ever have to face such an act of tyranny again. He says that times of great difficulties make men brave, and this is what has happened in South Africa also. He remarks that being brave does not mean you do not have any fear. It means you win over your fear to face the challenges bravely. Then he talks about how for so long people had been taught to hate each other. But if we can teach others to hate, we can also teach them to love. Because he feels that love comes more naturally to men. Then he talks about his journey to fight for freedom. Mandela says that he never felt that he was not free. When he was a small boy, he was free to go anywhere, to do whatever he wished. But it was only when he grew up he realized that the freedom that he thought he was enjoying was all but false. He realized that one cannot be free in the true sense if the society he lives in and the people of his community are not free. It was then that he joins the movement for freedom from this injustice. He also says that one has obligations towards his family and community. And while he was serving his community by fighting against the white dominance, he could not fulfill his duties against his family. Although he would have loved to lead a normal, happy life with his family, he was forced to sacrifice all his comforts for a higher cause. And it is also not only them, the blacks, who needed freedom, even their oppressors, according to Mandela, were not free. They were slaves of hatred and also needed liberation, just as the oppressed needed. Now, let us discuss the questions given in the chapter. Why did such a large number of international leaders attend the inauguration? They attended it to be a part of the triumph of good over evil. And what did it signify, the triumph of? It signified, again, as I said, the triumph of good over evil. What does Mandela mean when he says he's simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before him? By this, he pays tribute to all the great leaders who had succeeded him, and he's grateful for their sacrifice that paved the path of freedom for the rest of the South African nationals. Would you agree that the depths of oppression create heights of character? How does Mandela illustrate this? Can you add your own examples to this argument? So the first part would be yes. And how does Mandela illustrate it? He talks about all the great freedom fighters who had to come up, had to raise their voice against the atrocities that were committed against the blacks. So it was a time of great oppression that led to those brave The next part will be, can you add your own examples to this argument? Yes, you can give the illustrations of how our freedom struggle, the Indian freedom struggle, had led to the coming up of many brave social activists, okay, and freedom fighters. So even we have examples of such great personalities who had come up in order to save their country from the atrocities that were committed on its people. So this you can add in the last part of the answer. Question number 4. How did Mandela's understanding of freedom change with age and experience? Now, here you can write this answer in three stages. How he felt about freedom when he was young, okay? And then when he was a young man, what was his perception of freedom? And then finally, what was his perception of freedom when he was a mature man, okay? So you go through that part in the textbook and you will find the answers to this question. And finally, how did Mandela's hunger for freedom change his life? Now, you can write that Mandela was a person who always loved life. Okay, he liked to live life to its fullest. But even though he was a person like that, yet he had to sacrifice everything because he had hunger for freedom. Okay, and it is this hunger for freedom that had changed his life. He had to sacrifice the best part of his life, the best days of his life in prison, and fighting against the dominance and the atrocities that were committed against the blacks. So I hope that you have understood this chapter properly, and this will be your assignment for today. I hope that in case of any doubts, you will get back to me. Thank you and have a nice day.